Welcome! Ready to bake some amazing chocolate cupcakes? These are rich, moist, and topped with a luscious chocolate frosting. I'll walk you through each step, share a few tips, and make sure your cupcakes turn out perfect. Let's get started. Alright, let's get started on these delicious chocolate cupcakes. First, we have our dry ingredients. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, and 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. To this, we'll add 1/2 teaspoon each of baking powder and baking soda, along with a pinch of salt. For the wet ingredients, you'll need 1/2 cup of whole milk at room temperature, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 large egg, also at room temperature, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Finally, we'll be adding 1/2 cup of boiling water to bring out that rich chocolate flavor. For the frosting, have 1/2 cup of softened unsalted butter ready, along with 2/3 cup of cocoa powder, 3 cups of powdered sugar, and 1/3 cup of milk. Don't forget the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to tie it all together. Let's get baking! Let's kick things off by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. While that's heating up, take a 12-cup muffin pan and line it with cupcake liners. This is a crucial step because it ensures your cupcakes don't stick to the pan and makes cleanup easier. Once the pan is lined and the oven is heating, take a moment to gather your ingredients. Having everything ready and within reach will make the baking process smooth and enjoyable. Now let's move on to our dry ingredients. Grab a large mixing bowl and start by sifting together 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. Sifting helps remove any lumps and makes your batter smoother, which is key for that perfect cupcake texture. Once sifted, give everything a quick whisk to combine thoroughly. This step ensures that the leavening agents are evenly distributed, which will help your cupcakes rise beautifully. Alright, let's add our wet ingredients to the mix. In the same bowl with the dry ingredients, pour in 1/2 cup of whole milk at room temperature, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1 large egg at room temperature, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Using a whisk or a hand mixer, blend everything together until it's well combined. The batter will start to come together and look rich and smooth. Now here's the secret. Slowly add 1/2 cup of boiling water. This might make the batter seem very thin, but don't worry, that's exactly what you want. The boiling water will help to intensify the chocolate flavor, making your cupcakes irresistibly moist and rich. With the batter ready, it's time to fill your cupcake liners. Use a spoon or a small ice cream scoop to divide the batter evenly among the 12 liners, filling each about 2/3 full. This gives the cupcakes room to rise without overflowing. Now slide the muffin pan into your preheated oven. Set your timer for 18 to 20 minutes. You'll know they're done when a toothpick inserted into the center of a cupcake comes out clean or with just a few moist crumbs. Avoid opening the oven door too often, as this can cause the cupcakes to deflate. If you notice uneven baking, gently rotate the pan halfway through the baking time. Once your cupcakes are done baking, take them out of the oven and let them cool in the pan for about 5 minutes. Then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. Cooling on the rack prevents the cupcakes from becoming soggy at the bottom. While they're cooling, it's time to whip up the frosting. In a mixing bowl, beat 1/2 cup of softened unsalted butter until it's creamy. Gradually add in 2/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder and 3 cups of powdered sugar, alternating with 1/3 cup of milk. Mix on low speed to avoid a sugar cloud, then beat on high speed until the frosting is light and fluffy. Finish with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for that extra depth of flavor. Now for the fun part, frosting the cupcakes. Make sure the cupcakes are completely cool before you begin, otherwise the frosting could melt and slide off. Using a piping bag fitted with your favorite tip or just a spatula, generously frost each cupcake. Feel free to get creative with your decorations. Add some sprinkles, chocolate shavings, or even a drizzle of caramel. Once frosted, your cupcakes are ready to be served. They'll stay fresh in an airtight container at room temperature for a few days, but they're so good they probably won't last that long. And lastly, let's go over some key tips to ensure your chocolate cupcakes turn out perfectly. First, always preheat your oven fully before you start baking. This ensures your cupcakes cook evenly right from the start. Using quality cupcake liners is also important. They'll prevent sticking and make cleanup easier. When mixing your dry ingredients, be sure to sift the cocoa powder and flour. Sifting removes any lumps, giving you a smoother batter, which means a better texture in the final cupcake. As you add the boiling water, pour it slowly and mix carefully. The boiling water is crucial because it intensifies the chocolate flavor and helps make the cupcakes moist. Don't be alarmed if the batter looks thin. That's exactly what you want. When filling your cupcake liners, only go about 2/3 of the way up. This gives the batter room to rise without spilling over the edges. Rotating your pan halfway through baking can help ensure even cooking, especially if your oven has hot spots. For the frosting, if it's too thick, just add a little more milk to reach your desired consistency. If it's too thin, a bit more powdered sugar will do the trick. Always wait until the cupcakes are completely cool before frosting. Otherwise, the heat could cause your frosting to melt and slide off. Lastly, if you want to store your cupcakes, keep them in an airtight container. They'll stay fresh for a few days at room temperature or up to a week in the fridge. And for a fun twist, consider adding a teaspoon of instant coffee to the boiling water for a mocha flavor, or mix in some chocolate chips for extra indulgence. Enjoy your chocolate cupcakes!